Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, September 29, 2016, 12:45 a.m. Another day. Um, I told you about two blogs back I had a really strange feeling. Well, that feeling is getting stranger, and it's something that I found. I don't mean how, but two or three things. There's going to be, I've talked also about Obama wants to make a grand disclosure. There's still something there. He's kind of under a either do one or the other. He cannot do both. And one is a grand disclosure, one is to call martial law. And knowing him, I think he would attempt the latter. Um, but now let's talk a moment about Comey, the FBI director. I didn't think that man was, how do you put it? As dumb as he sounded, really. There's only one way to explain that, and I just did. But he has a huge surprise coming. It's not for him, it's for Hillary Clinton. Clinton is not going to be elected, period. She is out all the way, 100%. There may be some motions, I don't know. But I can even really see her canceling at least the next event. I can see that, look, she's already dug herself a hole. She's already dug herself a grave. And there's no getting out of it. There's other things that she's into that's really, really bad. And I didn't know how bad. I knew it. I knew to an extent on a 1 to 10 scale. I knew, and I thought was a lot, up to about a number 5 to 6. But I never in my wildest dreams exceeded the thought or notion of a 8 popping up, but it has not only popped up but surpassed that. So I just think a lot of stuff's gonna come down the pipe here pretty quick, and but they have to go through the motions somehow, some way. If she declines the next debate, and if she declines the one after, the election will continue on. And so it would almost appear that Obama would be calling martial law because of Clinton, because he is waiting on her, but he'll be waiting for a long time. That's all I can say. There's, it's one of those things back when my sergeant, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about me quick on the police force. My very first day, January 16, and it was 1977, January 16, 7 a.m. I got there at 6, met my sergeant, 8 a.m. We get in the car, we take off, we go south of our office, get on the highway, go about not far, 3 miles. Our city was only 19 square miles, 1919. And ironically, 19 square miles and 19,000 people. And but then about 1 minute after 9 a.m., we got a 59 signal 1, which is an robbery in progress. And the address led us to a bank. And we said, oh no. My first day, going down the highway, and out of the wild blue, these cats come screaming up on the interstate in front of the police car that I'm in, and my sergeant's driving, and we get into a chase, and they're hanging out the window and they're shooting at us, and then pops between me and them unmarked car detective, and they shot at him. He got real mad, but anyway, 3 minutes later they wrecked behind a high school. Luckily they didn't go near the high school, they went the other way. I caught the first bank robber. So everybody's talking about the rookie that's caught a bank robber. Newspapers in town, 3 TV stations, and the rookie that caught the bank robber. And but then later, my sergeant turned out to be extremely. He showed off to the FBI and the sheriff, others involved, that he was hot. I mean, this guy, unbelievably, just fantastic, best cop I've ever run into. Anyway, he later became the chief of police in our town, and then later George Bush came in and appointed him the U.S. Marshal, which is where he stands today. And I remember sending him a card. And on that card, it says, you know how you see a swan gracefully moving across the water, and he's just barely parting, and he's just kind of looking one way or the other, but underneath he's paddling like hell. And I said, congratulations, but I know that's what you're doing, because I felt the same when I caught a bank robber. First guy on the force that has till to date, even, by the way. But the point I'm making is I've got that same feeling going on right now, because I know something. I can't say it. But I'll say this. Hillary Clinton will not be president. Not in this country. Not at this time. Jody Wolf Expoz.